Welcome everyone to the Raiders franchise here on Madden 26. It's good to be back in Madden franchise, I'm not gonna lie. But we've got a new head coach of this team. This team's gonna get down and dirty in the long run, and it all starts week 1. But let's start with the scouts. And this is what we're gonna be eyeballing mainly. Defensive tackle, quarterback, because we do need that guy as much as I like Cam Miller. Offensive tackle, edge, corner. And you look at this draft class right now from the top players, looks pretty good for us. Not gonna lie. A lot of big needs for us right at the top of that draft.
The dawn of a new season brings the dawn of a new era for this franchise. There's a new coach in charge, tasked with guiding this team to the peak of the NFL. For someone with dreams of reaching Canton, this first day and their first interview will set the stage for a career to come.
Coach Tristan Riley is ready to go, rocking the John Madden fit as well. I don't know if you noticed that, but that's why I like it. And of course, he's a quarterback. He's here to develop the quarterback. Everything that you think is going to be for him is obviously getting the quarterbacks ready to go. He's an offensive kind of guy. That's where his side is going to shine probably, more than likely, I would expect. And I said it once already, reporter. I don't need to say it again. It's the quarterback. We know this. Quarterback is the most important player on the field. He knows this. He was the most important man when he led the Raiders in another time to a Super Bowl. And what's going to give him the advantage? Well, he knows, being an underrated prospect, he knows exactly that you can build a good team through the draft. He certainly knows that. Once a Raider, always a Raider, and now he's here to build up the Raiders. Now the injury report here, Lonnie Johnson going to be out 3 to 5 weeks, and Aiden O'Connell also going to be out. I wouldn't expect O'Connell to probably be back for the year unless something happens to Geno or Kenny Pickett. As far as New England, they've got a lot of guys already out for the year on IR. But not a lot of big injuries outside of Milton Williams, who's out this week. But I had a problem with this team. They don't have a fullback. And that needed to change, because we're going to need it. So I had to make room. We have a plethora of defensive tackles, a lot more than I think we should be for the scheme we're trying to run. Thomas Booker was just the odd man out of that room. So open up a bit of cap. And of course, there are no fullbacks in free agency. Why would there ever be, right? Why would there be? So I had to go looking for a blocker, and I found one. Makes my heart happy. Mercedes Lewis, welcome to the damn roster. You get to play fullback at 6'6", 267. It'll be fun. We'll see what happens. Drake May is your guy for the Patriots. If you're new to this series, I do touch on more than I normally touch on with stuff like Texarkana. I touch on a few more of the players to watch. And video-wise, it will be much more highlights than it will be every single play in the game. You'll see when we get to the gameplay, though. Drake May, 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions last year, and he's got a new weapon to help those numbers go up in Stephon Diggs. And Diggs still has fantastic ratings. I'm shocked his ratings are as good as they are. Just saying, because he had a big down year with Houston, given the injury, though, that hit him. And he had been a 1,000-yard receiver for the longest time there. Christian Gonzalez, though, is their top guy defensively, and my God, is he good. I did not realize He had speed to match his coverage abilities. Crazy. And right now, hopefully, we're able to steer clear of him. And in the long run, I think we could. But 2 picks last year. And he's a very good player. But the guy I wanted to highlight, that probably a lot would, is Harold Landry. Played really well with the Titans. Is now back reunited with Mike Vrabel. In Madden, not the best player statistically when you look at his ability. But look at the numbers. 9 sacks last year, 10.5 the year prior, 12 the year before that. Very good pass rusher. We'll see how things fare here as we head to Gillette. And the little cinematic they have is kind of cool. I like this. I like this opening with the bell, all that. Every team has their specific thing. That's pretty cool. I'll give them that. But 4-13 was our record. New England, 4-13 was their record. It's 2 teams that were identical, essentially, last year. And one of them's got to take the jump up with a new man in charge. As we are off in this one. It's going to be Raiders football to begin. As that is a decent enough return up to the 30. I'll take it. And out comes Geno. 4,300 yards, 21 touchdowns, 272 rushing yards last year. This offense is about one man. Number 2, Ashton Jeanty gets the first handoff of the year, first play of the year, 7-yard pickup. But this offense, I will say, when I got into it, was not what I expected. But that's mainly because I forgot that Chip Kelly was the offensive coordinator. Is a big play there for Brock Bowers. The first big play of the year goes to the one and only man that can make those plays happen. So this was not what I envisioned for this team. I can tell you now, next week, it will be a much different offense, as that's a first down run for Jeanty. This right here is essentially the Texarkana playbook, and I'm not joking. It is essentially the Texarkana playbook to most degrees. As Geno now here from his own 20, a nice cut from Thornton. The rookie picks up the first and a new set of downs. First and goal from the 5. Can we cap it off with a touchdown? It's a throw to Bowers in the end zone, but a flag. It was an RPO to the other side. I wanted Bowers. Yeah, no. Shouldn't have done it, but I did it. That one's on me. As Geno tries to make it on him, and he does. Trey Tucker, touchdown. And who had their money on Trey Tucker for the first touchdown of the series? Because congratulations, you're probably a rich, rich man. But that's the first score of the Raiders franchise, and it comes from a guy I don't think many would have expected. Now Drake May and the New England offense steps out there. 2,200, 15 touchdowns. Talked about the 10 interceptions. Handoff starts to Ramondre Stevenson, and a good stop by the defense. We're going to need a lot of that, but how much can we get at that defensive tackle spot? As Ramondre outside picks up the first, breaks off a first contact there with Jeremy Chin. That's a first down and more near midfield. So now Drake May, quick throw there. Austin Hooper makes the catch, and that's going to be a gain of 7. May out of the gun, play action. Downfield to the end zone, and it's picked off. Chris Smith II. I talked about how I wasn't sure about him. He's trying to make sure I know he can play there until Lonnie Johnson comes back. Here we go. Handoff goes to Jeanty. Offense back on the field, and he's got near a new first down. I think he should have given it to him. No favoritism whatsoever at all. 2nd and inches. Handoff goes to Jeanty, and they were not fooled on the Jakobi Meyers jet there. 3rd and 5. Smith looking to throw. And over the head of Jakobi Meyers, the former Patriot, can't haul that one in, incomplete. And this is the first punt of the day now. Back to New England. And really, there goes Antonio Gibson. The big thing is, that first drive, I didn't say Maxx Crosby's name. I don't want to have to not say Maxx Crosby's name. 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. This one short to the flat. Stephon Diggs making the most of this one as he'll pick up a new set of downs there. 1st and 10. 22-yard line here for the Patriots. Handoff goes to Stevenson. Gets the edge again. We have not set that edge well. It's a gain of 9 there. Now we got the goal line set in. They try to go fullback dive on my channel. You try to fullback dive me? Disrespect from the Patriots right there as that one's caught. Demario Douglas makes the catch.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Raiders' 4-yard line.
May in the gun here on 2nd and goal. He'll connect. That's Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. We weren't going to keep him off the board. I knew that, but they tie it up. 7-all here in New England. Raheem Mostert in the ball game here on 2nd and 10 as Trey Tucker's alone in the middle of the field. 1st down. Now, do I hate this playbook? No. Would I have rather a different style of playbook? Yes. And we now have that, so it will look a lot different next week as the first quarter comes to a close. 7-all still in this one. It's just like it started, all tied up. Also, I will say that this game had a few problems when it came to online. I got kicked off once. It'll be much later in the game. But, yeah, no. Nice job, Madden. Why don't you give us the same features in offline that you give us in online to make this game more functional? That's my only complaint about Madden right now that I'm going to make. So, just saying. 3rd and 12 here. Let me have my little bit of a rant. Geno looking to throw, going to Thornton, and the big man can't beat the defender and go up for it. It's 4th and 12, and the 51-yarder is up and good. Carlson a little shy on the leg strength there, even for, you know, how high I did the power. I thought it would go further than that on the 51. Either way, it's good, and the Raiders are back on top 10-7. May getting back to work, and that one's caught. Hunter Henry on the sideline. 1st and 10. May gets that ball to the fullback. That was the first time Maxx Crosby's affected Drake May. We need more of that. I tried to stay away from Maxx Crosby when it comes to usering because, well, you guys know my user is awful. As that is a big play there for Ramondre Stevenson picking up the first. And it has been all about bringing him down on first contact because we have not done that in this game much. Plenty of time for May, but it's broken up. Hooper can't make that grab. Forces the punting unit out. And they're going to have to boot this one away. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half. And this is a hell of a boot. That's a good coffin drop there to the 4. As Jeanty so far has been great. 6 yards a carry. You cannot complain about that from your running back. They're going to need more from him here. Backed up to the shadow of their own end zone. And right there it is, Ashton Jeanty picking up 6. 3rd and 2, though. Mostert in the game next to Smith as they look to throw. And that one knocked away the former Raider, Robert Spillane. 2nd and 9. Good field position here for the Patriots after the punt, as that's going to be a nice catch. That's Keyshawn Booty on the catch. Hand off Stevenson, and he'll have enough. So a new set of downs. Hand off Stevenson up the middle. He gets brought down by Chen, but a gain of 6 nonetheless. And Malcolm Kuntz not liking that he's being touched by offensive linemen from the Patriots. As this one's caught underneath. That's Antonio Gibson catching that one for a first. A lot of single digits on this Patriots team that I've got to keep in mind. As May taking off using his legs, and with his 89 speed, which, come on, man, 89 speed? That seems a little much for May, I'm just going to say. First down nonetheless at the 5. 1st and goal, they go play action, and that's a connection made to Diggs. Touchdown Patriots. For the first time today, the Patriots are on top. So back to the Raiders offense. 2 minutes to go. Do we have a 2-minute drive in us? Underneath, that's Jacoby Myers, the former Patriot, picks up the first. Would be lovely to see Jacoby pick up a touchdown against his former team. Geno. Underneath, Trey Tucker, speed on display, picking up the first and more there. 1st and 10. Empty set. And they'll go back to Brock Bowers. You can't keep up with him, as that's going to be a first down now. 1st and goal. From the 7, you can do anything here with how much time's left. As Robert Spillane just pulled an Ashton Jeanty on Ashton Jeanty. Oh, God. I would expect Jeanty to do that to Spillane, but the other way happened. Dear Lord. The fake toss does not work. Oh, I had high hopes for that play. It is a very Chip Kelly play, isn't it? But it's 3rd and goal now. Can they find the end zone? Plenty of time. It's caught by Myers down at the 5. Timeout taken by New England. And the offense is out here. 4th and goal. Not taking the kick. Why? Well, I wanted the touchdown. That's mainly it. And I wanted to get Brock Bowers open, and he did get open at the end there. But it wasn't quick enough as Christian Barmore makes me pay. And it is a turnover on downs, and instead of a 1-point lead at half, it's a 4-point lead for New England. So we head to half, 10-14, and one of the best things about Madden, let's say this year, is definitely their addition of the halftime reports and the weekly recaps, and we'll be seeing plenty of that this year. As that's Quentin Johnston, who has a big game, it looks like, against the Chiefs. 30-23. Chargers take down Kansas City. Meanwhile, out in Philly, Dallas and the Eagles saw a battle, and Dak gets the screen there to CeeDee Lamb, stiff-arming his way free, spinning off another, and it was a Dallas Cowboys victory, 25-21. Down in Jacksonville, though, on this same Sunday, how are the Jags and Panthers doing? Well, Trevor Lawrence dropped back and fires over the middle. That's Tim Patrick with the catch. And he's going to have a new set of downs there, it looks like, as they're up currently 17-10 at half. You want to check all the games there. You got some interesting ones going on. Meanwhile, our game at half, there are your stats. That's been your halftime report. Now back to the game. Ramondre Stevenson had a good first half, 5 yards a carry, 11 of 56. And he will probably be the basis, I would assume, for this first New England drive and for the rest of this half to keep them going. As they do go his way, and it's the same as in the first half. Same verse, same as the first. It's that outside edge. First and 10 already into Raider territory as the play action does not connect there. Chin with good coverage on Diggs. Third and 10. May connects. That's Stephon Diggs who just is able to hold on to that one. He was well covered, just makes a better catch. First and 10 now after the Diggs reception. May hands off. Guess who? Ramondre Stevenson. And he bounces off one man. Again, the story of the day. Can't take him down on first contact. Second and 4. May connects. That's another first down. That's Keyshawn Boutte again. May to throw. This one's caught. That's Demario Douglas just shy of the first. So 2nd and 1. Handoff. That's Antonio Gibson. He's going to have the first inside the 5. This just hurts to watch now. This defense is getting beat up. 2nd and goal. It's a keeper for May. Maxx Crosby bit hard on Stevenson. And Drake May keeps it for the rushing touchdown. So it's a 2-score lead, New England, 21-10. Geno Smith out there. Gets this one to Thornton underneath just to get him some positive yardage there. 3rd down and 3 now. Mostert in the ballgame next to Geno. It's a handoff to Mostert, and he'll have enough for the first. With wear and tear, of course, we need that split in the backfield, and I'll say this, I did not do a good enough job of that with Jeanty in this one, so I'll admit to bad usage of the running backs in this game as Trey Tucker picks up the first. He had a very nice outing. Would not be the best outing of the receiving game today, though. 3rd and 6. Play action. Geno gets it off but goes to the turf, and somehow there's a hold. Colton Miller called for the hold. The fact that there was a hold on a sack, shocking. As A.J. Cole, baby, with the punt. And another hell of a coffin drop. This one down to the 1. And can they stuff him? From the 1. They go to the fullback, and he gets 5. I'm disgusted. 2nd and 5 now. May quickly throws to Henry. They're now with a little bit of breathing room here at the 13. Hand off to Stevenson. There you go, defense. First time, really, they've gotten Stevenson in the backfield. 3rd and 11 now. Maxx is in the zone. Can you do much, Maxx? You have been beat up by the right tackle today, and that's a big play by Keyshawn Boutte to continue this drive. Right when you had some hope that this drive was coming to a close for New England, they add on. As May connects, Demario Douglas over the middle. First down, another big play by this receiving group. That takes us to the end of the 3rd. There's that big hit by Spillane. 21-10, New England on top. Well, one more quarter of action, and it doesn't feel like things are going to change 3rd and 4. Pitch goes out to Stevenson. Guess what? They couldn't take him down on first contact. So a first down, New England. It was a running theme in this game. 3rd and 5. Can they stop him? And they will. Incomplete. There's the rookie Porter. Good play by the rookie there. And they have to settle for 3. Kicks up. It's good. Well, thank you, Jeremy Chin. I guess he didn't want to break. Instead of 24-10, it's still 21-10, and Ramondre Stevenson still isn't going down on first contact. Maxx Crosby had to chase him down from behind. 2nd and goal. Quick throw, that's caught. It's Keyshawn Booty with the touchdown. That right there should essentially be the dagger. You've got to think so. 99 yards they drove on you, mainly because Jeremy Chin didn't want to get off the field and decided to attack the kicker. Geno on the play fake, finds Bowers. There's a big play for our top target. 2nd and 6. Smith takes the snap out of the gun. Plenty of time. Downfield. Brock Bowers. Duggar can't man up on him, as that's another big play. 2nd and 10. Geno takes the snap. Finds Brock again. It's another first down. Where were these plays in the 1st and 2nd and 3rd? I don't know. Either way, Smith looking to cap this one off. He will. Touchdown, Jacoby Myers. He gets a score against his old team. That's always nice to see. But will it be enough is the question. This defense is gonna have to get a stop. 6:16 left to go in this one. 2nd down and 5. It's play action for Drake May. Plenty of time. So much of it. And that one's caught. Douglas. Garrett Bradbury banged up on that one. I don't think it's going to matter. Their offensive line has played amazing today. I thought Maxx Crosby was going to give them fits. He has not done anything today. 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Gibson. He got through. It's a first down and more. And they keep the drive going some more. They keep beating up on this Raiders defense. 3rd down and 5. I will say it's definitely obvious we need something in the middle of this defensive front, as that one's caught. Demario Douglas gets in on the touchdown game. That's now Diggs, Douglas, and Booty with a touchdown along with Hunter Henry. That's it. 35-17. Thank God it's over. Oh my God, that game started like, hey, it's going to be a competitive affair. And then it became New England, more New England. Did I mention New England? Unbelievable. I was not ready for that. I think the defense massively underperformed, specifically Maxx Crosby. I was shocked at how well their right tackle played against them, even on one-on-ones, which was the even bigger shock. There are your numbers. Drake May, 25 of 32, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Geno didn't throw a pick, 240. It's not a bad stat sheet if you're looking at the box score, but you saw the game. Ramondre Stevenson goes for 97. Ashton Jeanty did average 4 yards a carry, but nothing really going the way we wanted to. And I've got to think that's more me not being ready for this offensive scheme. I had a different game plan in mind, and I thought it would be a different style of scheme. I was wrong. That's on me for not checking beforehand. However, things are definitely going to change immediately after this game. I went looking. I found a playbook that I wanted to take, make it my own, and make it what I feel this team does best. So you're going to see a much different style of play next week against the Chargers. I'll tell you that. It may look even similar to the Chargers when it comes to style play. Not really, but you know what I mean. Very, very run heavy and a much different style of run heavy compared to what you would see here. Chris Smith, though, still does get points for me. Shocked me with that pick. Let's look, though, at the weekly recap. What went on while everything else went to chaos? Green Bay and Detroit. How'd this look? Well, Detroit looked like the better team even without Ben Johnson. Amon-Ra St. Brown catching the touchdown, 33-28. They toppled the Packers in Lambeau. In Chicago, though, Minnesota went to go visit the Bears and Caleb Williams. How's the debut for Ben Johnson? Well, Trey Mason did not make his life fun. 21-18. McCarthy and company topple Chicago. And finally, in Cleveland, it's Bengals, Browns, the battle of Paul Brown. And Quinshawn Judkins apparently was not taking anything in this one. 34-31. Cleveland just topped Cincinnati. That's been the weekly recap. And well, hopefully this team has a much better week next week. Hopefully they look better, and I'm hoping this change of offense is going to be a lot better for us. We'll see. If you enjoyed and can't wait for more, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I will see you guys next time.